Hey, how are you doing? Whoever it is, I think it is very important for us to recognize self-esteem that we have each other. So anyone has the feeling that they want to be taken care of by someone, and they don't want to be made light of by someone, and they have someone understand their circumstance and real feeling. So as long as we belong to a community, we want someone to accept our existence, and we want someone to recognize that we are useful in a community. So it is very important for us who always look for the reason of existence in the community to stay with someone who accept and understand our self-esteem. So there should be few people who can behave cheerfully from the deep of their mind under the circumstance where they are treated disgracefully. So this kind of distortion of a community generated by people's bad faith is automatically neutralized by keeping the balance of the community with retaliation, sense of retaliation, and following the bad habits of the community. For example, you do the same thing to another person that you were done by someone in the past. So in this way, a community with distortion that is led by the fact that someone is treated disgracefully tries to keep the balance of internal security with people's bad faith, such as a sense of retaliation. So this is one of the negative ways to establish self-esteem in a community, in the sense that you want to feel great superiority to others by doing that. However, no matter how look at it, and no matter who look at it, it is obvious that this kind of community will not last long, and this kind of community will collapse internally sooner or later, because chain of strife will generate a number of sharply contended factions inside. So recognition and acceptance of mutual self-esteem are very important to make us a place to establish the reason for existence in the community and unify the objective of the community with mutual sympathy. So I don't mean to encourage you to say flattery to someone that is not even in your mind. But what I mean here is, like, no matter how small it is very important to tell it to people in a community with the fact of how much they are useful, even with it in a community. So then people will have the mind that they want to respect someone who is telling this kind of things, right? And finally, a favorable circle that people proactively understand someone else, someone's circumstance will be generated in the community. So Zhang Fei, who is the famous military commander in the story of Three Kingdoms of Saga in ancient China, he treated subordinates. He treated subordinates disgracefully, and he always abused subordinates on a daily basis, and he was terminated by his direct subordinates. So this is a great lesson of how we should treat people.